Hello and welcome to highlights from the penultimate weekend of the Barclays Women's Super League. Chelsea and Arsenal both featured in midweek fixtures, knowing their results could decide where the title ended up. The Gunners faced Aston Villa, needing nothing less than a win to keep their hopes alive. A slip-up would hand Chelsea a golden opportunity if the Blues could better Arsenal's results in their clash with Manchester United. The WSL trophy would be theirs.
Well, here we go, part one of a tasty double-header.
Lobs in the middle, can Salmon find her? She can! Hansen here, who's gone for it, oh! And here's another chance, incredible! Grant has scored. Daly! Aston Villa 4-0 up and flying. And Grant with a chance to make it 5. This is absolutely astonishing!
Chelsea could be crowned champions tonight. That's Paul from Ritincana. Melvin Mallard through on goal. Grace Clinton, and it's a spectacular save. Aggie Beaver-Jones curling effort from Race parried, and then Cuthbert on the follow-up, that blocked. Chelsea should have scored there. Chelsea corner, and the header from Lucy Bronze is in, and Chelsea are champions. Their 6th consecutive WSL title.
So, with Chelsea crowned champions and Arsenal on the verge of clinching a top 3 finish, the question remained who would join them in next season's Champions League. Manchester City needed a win over their local rivals to keep that dream alive. Watching on was Matt Davis-Adams.
Well, it's a tight turnaround for Manchester United after Wednesday's defeat to Chelsea. Mark Skinner, though, makes just 2 adjustments to the 11 that started that game. Ella Toon comes in for Dominique Janssen. Toon got a hat-trick in the reverse fixture. The other swap sees Elizabeth Turland preferred to Melvin Mallard up front. Turland is currently 3rd in the race for the Golden Boot, 3 goals behind Alessia Russo and Bunny Shaw. Manchester City welcome back captain Alex Greenwood and the influential Lauren Hemp to the starting lineup. Both have missed a large chunk of the season. It's Greenwood's first start since suffering a knee injury in December, whilst Hemp is in from the off for the first time since November. Today marks her 100th WSL start for City. With Shaw, Miedemar and Fowler all still unavailable, Carolyn once again leads the City line. Miyazawa trying to send it back in. Carolyn got the block. Miyazawa's pinched it back though, and she's left Carolyn. Decent ball to the back post as well. Where's that header going to drop? It's in, but it's not going to count. Emily Heaslip, almost as the ball was in the air, blew her whistle then. Was it a little nudge in the back as the header came in, possibly? Either way, United will feel aggrieved that that's been disallowed. Here's Greenwood. Hemp, nicely worked to her from Coombs. Hemp threading it through for Yui Hasegawa. 3 in the middle here to aim across that if she can find room. Hemp up against Riviere. Him first time from Greenwood. Oh, what a flick from Carolyn. It's come back away. And eventually cleared away by Gabby George. Really good effort that from the Brazilian. Great ball in this from Alex Greenwood. Carolyn in ahead of her marker. Fine save too from Fallon Tullis-Joyce. And City close to taking the lead with their first real attempt of the day. Carolyn and Turner one-on-one, and Carolyn's emerged with the ball. Got support from Coombs and Hemp. Here's Laura Coombs. Moved on for Lauren Hemp. No angle to shoot. Cut back to the edge of the box instead. Lovely take from Alexandri. What a goal! Manchester City ahead. That could be massive for them. Tremendous from Laia Alexandri. What a way to score her first WSL goal of the season. Well, this was really well worked from City. Route 1 up toward Carolyn. Millie Turner let the ball bounce a couple of times, and Carolyn managed to get away from her. Have managed to keep it alive and keep her cool. Teed it up for Alexandri. First touch took her away from Miyazawa, and then she bent it beautifully beyond Fallon Tullis-Joyce. Suspicion of handball there against Carolyn, but no VAR in the WSL to get involved. The goal stands. And Alexandri beautifully away from Miyazawa, and that's some finish too. Not a natural goal scorer by any stretch of the imagination. You'd never know it from that. 4 corners apiece in the first half. Oh, and that one's smashed in for 2-0 City. What about this then? Rebecca Kanak against United again. Second time this season she scored in this fixture. Kanak too strong, too powerful. No chance for Tullis Joyce again. And Manchester United are in big trouble. And Manchester City in dreamland at the Theatre of Dreams. United 0, City 2 in the Manchester derby. Mannion. Not a bad ball. Oh, and they have got one back. Grace Clinton. Keating couldn't keep it out. It's raining goals at Old Trafford. Clinton on target against City again. She scored in the FA Cup semi-final win last month. Now she's got one to drag her team back into this vital WSL match. Well worked this. Aoife Mannion, the substitute, with the delivery. It's another headed goal in this game. And it's game on. Trying to wriggle free of Mannion. That's surely going to be a foul. That's going to be a yellow card as well for the United substitute. And that's a big problem for Aoife Mannion, because there's no chance that she can match Hemp for pace. And she's going to have to play for a long time with that against her name. Oh, nice flick on. Mallard, she can make it 2-2 here. She has. Manchester United back level. A super substitution from Mark Skinner. And Mallard with the goal that, for now at least, puts Manchester United into next season's Champions League. A little premature to hit the dance floor, but the celebrations can start in earnest maybe for the home side. Back to front in an instant here. Mallard with the flick on. Sent back her way by Elizabeth Turland. Keating hesitant. Mallard decisive. Manchester United 2, Manchester City 2. Sandberg. Oh, and hit by Miyazawa straight into Coombs. Claims of handball, nothing doing. Referee had a good view of that. Caroline trying to carry it away for City. Now then, this is a problem for Aoife Mannion, because she's already been booked and she's off. And just as United get themselves back level, they go down to 10 players. Another twist in this game. Aoife Mannion, the substitute, sent off. Said it would be a problem for her when she got the first booking. It's a poor challenge to make at any time, but when you're already on a yellow card, Caroline's still in her own half of the field there. That's it. Manchester United will be in the Champions League next season. Manchester City's hopes of that are over. It's a draw that feels like a victory for one side and a defeat for the other. United knew they just needed a point to get the job done today. And even though they finished with 10 players, that's exactly what they've done. They've come from 2-0 down here. It finishes at Old Trafford. Manchester United 2, Manchester City 2.
It's going to take a little bit of sinking in, but yeah, we've had a fantastic season so far. To show the grit and resilience to come back from 2 down and then go down to 10 players to come and take a result for like 25 minutes just shows the character and resilience. And I just want to say there was not a lot of pundits that had us finishing in the top 3. I don't think there was one.
When I took this interim role on, it was with the objective of winning trophies and qualifying for Champions League, and we've came short. You know, we haven't been able to deliver that. Now, there's a lot of context behind that, and there's a lot of challenging moments that's made it difficult. But Manchester City Women is a team that just missed out on the league last year, that consistently challenges for trophies We got to get back to delivering that, and we know that. And when I look in the players' eyes in there, it's painful today to know that we're not in Champions League, but this group will give a reaction.
We've got 2 big games left of the season, but to get it done today means the world, and for us, you know, I might even have a beer tonight, who knows.
Over to the champions of the WSL for a 6th successive year. Tottenham lined up for a guard of honour as Chelsea, boasting a 20-game unbeaten run, aimed to continue an invincible campaign. Commentary from Rachel Brown-Finnis and Vicky Sparks.
Evelina Summanen and former Chelsea midfielder Drew Spence return from suspension for Tottenham, with Charlie Grant also coming in. Oroz, Vinberg and Rebrink dropped to the bench. Top scorer Bethany England, recently back from injury, has bagged 6 goals in her last 8 WSL starts, but has her worst goals per minute ratio in the competition against her former side Chelsea. With the WSL title secured, Sonia Bonpastor makes 9 changes, including a first start in 15 months for Mia Fischel as she continues her comeback from an ACL injury. Hannah Hampton makes her 50th Chelsea appearance. Captain Millie Bright is rested completely, as are Lucy Bronze and Sondi Baltimore. Myra Ramirez misses out with a knee injury, although Bonpastor hopes she'll return before the end of this season. Here is Macario. Fischel's an option, but Macario tried to pick her spot herself. And Chelsea get the decision. Penalty. Tottenham aghast. But Macario's footwork undoes the home side. Despite their bright starts, they've not been able to breach Chelsea's back line, and now Chelsea have the perfect opportunity to take the lead. Deep breath. It's Macario. It's 1-0 Chelsea. Calm as you like from the WSL champions. And they hit the front against Tottenham through Caterina Macario.
Beautifully dispatched, wrapped her foot around it. I liked how she took the time to compose herself. She took her time, Macario.
Nice touch by Aggie Beaver-Jones if she can keep it in. Doesn't look like she can. Flag stays down. Tottenham trying to get it away. This will be controversial if it does end up in the back of the net. Though we've had a bit of play since that ball looked like it had gone out from Aggie Beaver-Jones. And Nuskin, lovely layoff. Good save by Kopp. And again, Nuskin with the follow-up, Lawrence with the initial effort, and Kopp to the rescue both times for Spurs.
She's made some outstanding saves. It's his second one now. She gets up so quickly to narrow the angle. Nuskin surely thought that she was going to be sliding that ball home.
The champions' dream of an unbeaten domestic season still very much on track for Chelsea. 2 more games of this domestic season to go. They will lift the trophy and celebrate with silverware at Stamford Bridge against Liverpool on the WSL's final day. And then that FA Cup final against Manchester United at Wembley as they look to close out this domestic treble. It's Chelsea's day once again. They've beaten Tottenham by 1-0.
I think they deserve a win because they score a goal. But I think what we're doing and how we're playing and how we're trying to get to the next step with this team is actually some proof of that we can actually play some good football against Chelsea. But obviously we need to find ways to score as well. But on the other end, it's a good football game from us today.
We changed a little bit the shape. We played the back three with a square in the midfield, so a lot of changes, and for the players to adjust, sometimes it's more difficult. So really proud of them because, we have depth in the squad. We proved it today again with the 3 points, and we are still unbeaten. So that's great.
Now to Anfield for the Merseyside derby. Everton had beaten their neighbours in November at Goodison Park. Could they do the double over Liverpool in a single season for the first time since 2012? Ben Andrews was on hand to find out.
Cheap turnover from Herbinger. Snoys. Gago. And back to Katia Snoys, who scores against Liverpool again. and Everton lead at Anfield again. Every time, and this one a bit of a gift. That's a risky ball from Marie Hobiger. It's a great finish from Katja Snoys. Forward by Hobiger. Oh God, chunking into that challenge on Olivia Smith. And cautioned for it. Hines able to turn in space. Good effort. And the corner's been given, which means Brosnan got a fingertip onto that before the crossbar. What a goal this would have been. Liverpool's captain, so close. Hines. Herbinger waiting for it to drop. Courtney Brosnan's there. Smith. Oh, brilliant. And Smith must score, but doesn't. Here's the substitute, Tony Payne, away from Clark, and across everybody, and it's in! 2-0! Karen Holmgaard. 2 goals in 3 weeks, none bigger than this. Everton double their lead at Anfield. Just. Smith. Well, flattened again by Sarah Holmgaard, who's already been cautioned here. And referee Lisa Penn is talking to her, and she's reaching for the pocket. It is a second yellow. Holmgaard is off. And Everton will have to finish this job with 10.
Defensively, we're very, very strong. Offensively, not the best game we had on the ball. We're a bit sluggish and didn't really connect the passes that we want to. So, but sometimes you just have to work hard, stick together, and I think the girls deserve all the credit. They work extremely hard and scored 2 good goals.
I think when you go 1 down against Everton and then they block up, it's can be difficult to break down. But we created plenty in open play. Dominated possession, but not taking our chances when we had them.
West Ham were unbeaten in their last 5 WSL matches, but their momentum took an early hit when Ebony Salmon linked up with Rachel Daly to open the scoring for Aston Villa inside 5 minutes. Despite the setback, the Hammers grew into the game and found their equaliser through a moment of quality. Verena Henshaw with the pinpoint cross, Shakira Martinez with her 10th league goal of the season. West Ham completed the turnaround just after the half-hour mark when Rico Ueki pounced on some hesitant Villa defending to tap in from close range. But their advantage was short-lived. A misplaced back pass from Katrina Corey gifted Rachel Daly, and she made no mistake. Villa started brightly after the break and regained the lead through a fine finish from Chastity Grant. Although West Ham pressed for an equaliser, the visitors held firm. Leicester City had failed to win any of their last 16 WSL matches in London, but against the run of play they took the lead at Crystal Palace when Hannah Kane swept in Janice Kyman's cutback. However, Palace were always in the contest and had the opportunity to equalise when Josie Green was brought down in the box by Courtney Nevin. Annabelle Blanchard stepped up and calmly sent Janine Leitzig the wrong way. 4 minutes into stoppage time, Leicester looked to have snatched their first away win of the season, thanks to a moment of quality from Shannon O'Brien. But the drama was far from over. In a frantic finale, Palace showed their resilience and grabbed a dramatic equaliser in the 98th minute as substitute Abby Larkin struck to ensure the points were shared. London City Lionesses held a 2-point lead over Birmingham City, heading into the final day of the Barclays Championship season. setting the scene for a decisive showdown between the two sides at St Andrews on Sunday. Tanya Oxtoby joined Michael McCann on commentary for this one.
Lots of room for Asllani to put another good cross in, and it is a good cross, and it causes uncertainty, and it's cleared off the line.
You can just see here that the second phase of this set piece comes in and it's not dealt with. That is extremely close.
Chance for London City from distance. What a goal from Izzy Goodwin. Absolutely incredible.
And that is some strike across her body, top left-hand corner as you're looking at the goal.
In from Asllani once more, and this time it is headed in. 2 goals in 10 minutes for the London City Lionesses. Chantal Boyhalorka. Hooked goalwards. Orman was uncertain, and it's nodded in by Van Egmond. Birmingham City have one back.
It's a hooked ball into the box, good numbers. I think it's Lawley that actually gets first contact with the header back across goal, and Van Egmond is in the perfect position to nod it in.
In comes the cross from Quinn, and it's hooked in. 2-2. What a finish from So-Hyun Cho. Birmingham City have levelled it up. And they now know that if they can find one more goal, it is they who will be in the WSL next season. Cook urged to shoot, does shoot. It's in the 6-yard box, penalty box pinball. Birmingham appealing for a penalty. Referee not interested. Goodwin trying to lead a breakout, and Francis out of a goal, but it goes wide. We're into overtime in stoppage time. The London City Lionesses have roared into the Women's Super League. Women's Championship champions of 2024-25 are the London City Lionesses.
Congratulations to London City Lionesses, the newest addition to the Barclays WSL. So, confirmation of the results from the penultimate weekend. Everton claimed bragging rights in the Merseyside derby. Manchester United secured their place in next season's Champions League with a draw against their City rivals. Crystal Palace scored late to deny Leicester City. Chelsea edged past Tottenham, and Villa ended West Ham's 5-game unbeaten run in the league. Now let's look at what that means for the Barclays Women's Super League table. Chelsea have been crowned champions for a 6th consecutive season, this time under new manager Sonia Bonpastor. Arsenal, who were not in action over the weekend, held on to 2nd place, while Manchester United secured a top 3 finish, leaving Manchester City to settle for 4th. Elsewhere, victories for Everton and Aston Villa have seen both sides close the gap on Liverpool and West Ham in the mid-table battle. That's all for this weekend. We'll see you again next week for the final day of the season. Until then, bye for now.
What a goal! Manchester City ahead. Smashed in for 2-0 City. Oh, and they have got one back. Mallard, she can make it 2-2 here. She has. Another twist in this game. That's it. Manchester United will be in the Champions League next season. Manchester City's hopes of that are over.